welcome. Ooh, look at those waves down there. Welcome to the Farmville 3 live stream of animal feedback session. The day you've all been waiting for has finally arrived. We have a few people missing down in our little window. We have a few people missing from chat still. But Elizabeth, or Libby, is on her way. And Diana is at an event. So I don't think Diana can make it tonight. That's what she said in chat, right, Andy?
Correct.
Methinks, but that's okay. Although we'll miss you tonight, Diana, that is for sure. Sorry we're a little bit late this evening, peoples. I streamed onto Facebook earlier and forgot to switch my stream keys around and had some technical stuff going on. Is there a cat at the top of the barn? Somebody was saying in chat, Andy.
I believe if you get by the Tudor barn. I apologize. I can't remember who brought that up, but there's a black cat that sits on the top of it.
I wonder if. Oops. I wonder. I don't think I have the Tudor barn, do I? Oh, I do. But I can't see the top of it because floating things.
I think it was Kathy who brought that up.
Oh. I think this is the Tudor barn.
Very much.
The Tudor barn? Oh, it just says barn. Okay. Which is the Tudor barn? This one? No, that's the Gothic. That's the Spring. The Classic. Oh, there's the Tudor. I don't have no cat on mine. There's a cow on mine. It's not a cat. It says Tudor barn. It says barn. Then it says Tudor barn. See? Tudor barn. Where's
tell you.
Oh, the weather vane. Is it the weather vane?
I don't know. Zoom in so we can see it.
It's the weather vane. Yes.
You got some kind of animal in your way.
Yeah. No, that black, whatever, is that a ankle Watusi? No, that would be the best one. That cow. Water buffalo. I just must have got him in there, but apparently it's just gonna keep telling me. That's one thing I wish they'd get rid of, is have a button to disable icons on the screen. I know that we can go into photo mode, but it's not the same as disabling icons on the screen. We're waiting for... Hey, Don. Oh, Scott shaved his face? Yes, I did. From the last episode, I did. That's right, Don. Who's all in our room, Andy, while we're waiting a few more minutes before we get started?
Everybody do me a favor. We have 27 people watching right now. Just type in HI for me so I don't have to scan through from the very beginning, because there's been a lot of chat, a lot of emojis. Well, Pia's here, the first to say hi.
Hi, Pia.
Mrs. Dark Fairy.
Ooh, a dark sister. Interesting.
Patty Gonzalez.
Patty Gonzalez!
Libby says, I'm coming, just gotta drive home.
She's
See you soon, Libby.
We should get her on the drive, though. We should get her live on the drive. Live on the drive, Libby.
Just watch the road, Libby.
Just watch the road, yeah.
Kathy's here.
Kathy Allman! Okay.
Yep. As well as Pumpkin Baby.
Pumpkin Baby!
And Tracy the Whirlwind.
Tracy the Whirlwind is here. Wow. Blows my mind.
As well as the Jewel of Janetta.
The Jewel of Janetta, right there in my jewel, right above my head there. The Jewel of Janetta. Janetta, I have all your questions and answers loaded for tonight's stream. Thank you for setting that again, Janetta.
Darla Williams is here.
Darla Williams. Welcome, Darla.
As well as Dark Prime.
Dark Prime. Hello, Dark Prime. I don't recognize that name. Welcome, Dark Prime. We want to know what level you are and
give us some info.
Where you're playing from. Give us some info.
Where do you live?
Where do you live? How long you been playing Farmville 3? Anyway, continue on, Andy.
Carly Z is here.
Carly Z is here. Hi, Carly. Nice to see you.
And
Carly's been binge watching all my TikToks, so thanks, Carly. Sorry, Pat Cashins. Hello, Pat Cashins. Bring on the cash.
And the mayor's with us.
The mayor of Farmville. Is everybody in favor tonight?
Sure.
Ooh, Pia's abstaining. Looks like you're okay this time, Mr. Mayor.
Embella.
Hi, Maureen. Wow, it's late for Maureen.
Hi.
It's a 30 minutes. We started on the hour for you tonight, Maureen. Sorry, who said hi? Libby?
Yeah.
Libby. Hello, Libby.
Susie McCheese.
The McCheese. Hello, Susie. Let's go see her living room, shall we?
Melinda.
I don't know what's happening. Here. It's like we're losing trees, Susie. Melinda! Hello, Melinda. Nice to have you. Hope you're doing good today.
And Ragdoll.
Ragdoll! It's a shake Ragdoll. It's like every time I hear your name say that, it's like anyway, sorry.
Kel is here.
Hi, my stranger random internet friend, Kel. Nice to see ya.
And Smoky Blizzard is with us.
Smoky Blizzard. Yes, Smoky
Dawn
Blizzard.
McPeak.
Dawn McPeak. Hello, Dawn. How are you? I apologized earlier to Dawn for this episode, just in case I said something ridiculous.
As well as Crystal Schwab.
Crystal Schwab. Hello, Crystal. I was being just silly, Dawn. That's so you know.
Jaden Summers.
Jaden Summers. That's a new name as well. Welcome, Jaden Summers.
Yeah.
Level 43 on Jaden's barn. Awesome.
Carrie Kepler's here.
Little teeny Carrie Kepler is here. Hello, Carrie Kepler.
Let's see. I think that's all our highs.
All right.
I got everybody.
Great. Well, that is a lot of people. Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining tonight, everyone. Thank you, Zynga, for asking us.
You'll have to excuse me. I have to let a dog in the house.
Who let the dog in the house? It was Andy.
Me.
All right. Well, I'll continue on with my greetings, everybody. As I was mentioning, Zynga asked me to do these streams to talk about features of the game, so that you guys can input ideas and we can come up with crazy ideas and crazy things and awesome things and changes that we'd like to see on Farmville 3. We're going to talk a lot tonight about animals in general, from breeding to all sorts of stuff. But what we're looking for as well is unique ideas, or what they're looking for as well, is unique ideas that maybe they haven't thought of yet that we could do with the animals. So any crazy idea you guys have that you think would be really neat to see in your game, if you've seen it in other games, whatever, we're looking for ideas tonight, and we're going to talk about them. So the easiest way to do that is to phone me with this number right here, and tell me your idea, just because it comes out smoother. But people are shy, so that's okay. So you can just type it in chat. But the phone line should be working. I keep getting calls in the middle of the night from people, different strange numbers. I don't have an answering machine set up or anything, so I don't know who it is. But anyway, they're being brave in the weird hours of the night. Welcome back, Andy.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so that being said, Andy, I need you to keep an eye on chat tonight, just in case you see some ideas posted that I miss, or Pia can look at keep a chat as well. Where should we start? Because it's going to be a long episode. Let's just start with the notes that Zynga gave me to start with. How do you feel about unlocking different breeds of farm animals? Okay, so we're talking about specifically regular animals here. If I click on my animal book, we're talking about all of these guys here, not these ones here. So if we take a look at the first one you get, which is cows, you can see that I have unlocked. Ooh, I don't have any of those cows. Is that why it's gray? Oh yeah, 0. Okay.
Yeah.
I've unlocked the ankle Watusi at the end, which is
you've unlocked all of them.
I've unlocked all of them, but I have one of those. I don't have any of the Nelore and the Highland cows currently. That's kind of neat how it shows you the number. I didn't really pay much attention to that. It shows you how many you have on your farm. 1. And if they're in a home or not, I guess. That's what it probably shows. Maybe not. I don't know.
What if somebody new showed up?
Who's new?
Alicia Lowen.
Alicia Lowen.
Hello.
Welcome, Alicia. Nice to see ya. Thank you for coming to tonight's stream. Again, if you guys have any ideas at all on animals, you don't have to wait for me to get to that topic. Just put it in chat and we'll talk about it midstream. Embla's saying water animals, which is a really cool idea, Embla. We have
a hi from Bot as well.
Bot. The bot is here. Hello, Bot. Mm-hmm. Welcome. It's not my bot, anyone, so hello, Bot. Welcome. So I guess what the topic would be to discuss would be more animals. Like, are we ever going to get more than just the standard track of animals in here? Are they going to update where buffaloes was the last one to unlock, right, Andy and Pia?
Yes,
well, Pia's probably unlocked everything for years.
For your information, Bot says that they are not a bot.
Oh, the bot is not a bot. All right, good to know, Bot. That's funny. A dolphin world would be awesome. Yeah. So additional animals. So that's one thing, obviously, that they may have looked at. Pia, when you started playing a year ago, or 2 years ago now, 3 years ago now, did you have buffaloes? Like, did they add any animals to when they released the launch? Was there always buffaloes and horses?
I think that was very similar. It's a bit too far back for me. So.
It's a long ways ago. If you live streamed your play, you could just rewind your episodes like I do and see what you had when. But I don't know if they're going to add additional animals. It would be nice, or what about adding more along the line, like after the cow? So go 13 instead of 12. And I was kind of disappointed when I got the ankle. Now, I'm not disappointed, but when I was thinking about it after the fact, I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't more of a hoopla on getting the last animal. You know, you got all the way to the end, which is quite the achievement, and all you do is you get the little, gem reward, but your game doesn't really blow up and say, wow, you finally did it, you got the last one, right? It just kind of, here's your prize, have a nice life, keep on playing.
Well, they give you a lot of coins. What are they, or gems? 50 gems, I think.
50 gems, yeah. 30. I think I got 30 gems for mine. Let's go to one that I haven't unlocked all 12 on and check. Pretty sure the egg birds, I only have 11, so that'll be a good one to see.
Jenna said there should be confetti and streamers.
There should be confetti and streamers. I think different accomplishments which are quite hard to attain. Like for me, I haven't spent a lot of money in the game, just every month or two buying the $7 track and getting gems that way, but I haven't really spent any gems on my animal progression. I haven't bought animals with the gems, and it took me from November till now to unlock the last cow. And cows are the first animals you get, so those would usually be the first animal that you unlock. So working on something for almost a year and then not really having the game tell you, hey, something special's happened on your farm, you did it. It was fine at the time. I was excited, but I just think it could have been better. Like,
I'm gonna catch you up on chat.
Okay.
While you're rambling. Let's see.
The Rambler.
Yes, you mentioned dolphins. Jaden says gems and coins would be awesome for me. Everybody would be awesome for. They're gonna be pretty lenient, or they're not gonna just dole out gems and coins too often.
Oh, you mean on the episode tonight? Or in general?
No, in the game. In
general. Well, that brings us to the next question. Actually,
Kathy says they're all the same animals since the start.
Okay.
Ragdoll says she wants a zebra. So what else do we have here?
So more animals is a given. I think
we need more blue token points instead of all the retired animal points.
Yeah, I think they. This is just my opinion, but I think they don't give you a lot of the blue tokens.
Chickens were the first animal you got.
Oh, chickens were the first animal. All right, maybe I focused on my cows beforehand. Yeah. All right.
Mrs. Nice. Dark Fairy wants a dragon.
Dragon. Oh, like a medieval event. That'd be cool. Jaden says, "Nice farm. Wish I had one like this." How's your farm look, Jaden? I have a lot. My farm's a mishmash. I don't have enough time to do half my stuff on my farm. Anyway, we'll talk about my farm on a different live stream. But oops, I just picked my Farmville 2 carrots. I was like scrolling around my Farmville 2. Funny. All right. So yeah, get more animals is a given. Let's talk about.
Susie McCheese has a good one. Bigger animal homes. You could, maybe you could upgrade your homes to hold 3 animals instead of 2.
Ooh.
But we do breed these animals, and 3's a crowd when it comes to that action.
Yeah, that's true. Now there's a bunch of players who have had a feature that they could swap their homeless animals in and out. So that's something that will come or won't come depending on how their tests go. But what happens there is if you have a bourbon turkey, there's a little button that you can use to switch an animal with a different home. I wonder how it happens if you fed an animal and did that, if it loses its feed or if it swaps it over to the new animal or what happens. But there's a little icon on some people's farms that they're able to switch homeless for non-homeless animals, which is just a feature that they're testing, I guess, or they've tested. I don't know why it's not coming to everybody. Maybe it didn't work very well, or maybe they don't need it. Homeless animals. What do you think about the homeless ones wandering around the farm? Like, should that even happen, or should they all go straight to the barn, Andy? Like, do you think we should have animals wandering around the farm?
Well, I think you kind of like it, don't you?
Well, I like it.
I never really.
The only reason
rarely have too many animals roaming.
The only reason I like it is because on my animal races, they provide a lot of randomness to the way that the results hand out. But as far as just having them on the farm, I think they should. I think it's fine, but I don't like seeing all the houses everywhere. Right? I know they're homeless. I've known they're homeless for since I've got them. One thing that they could do, and this is a feedback of mine, is once you click on the homeless, like this pig's walking around in the middle of my screen, right? So every morning you log in and you see which animals are homeless, but you click on them like that, and then the icon should disappear for either an hour or the day or whatever. Or there should be
Dark
like a
Prime
selector.
makes a point. Maybe they should limit the number for each breed that are roaming around your farm.
They do. So totally they do. So for, I think it's 4 or 6. I'm not even sure because I have too many animals on my farm and I can't keep track of it. So right now what happens is if you have no home for the animal, they wander around. But as soon as you have 4 or 6 animals, I don't know which number it is, wandering around, then they immediately go into your barn and they store here. You can see I've got 76 sheep, 72 horses, 72 goats, and 68 what do you call those, hedgehogs? And I mean, they're just littered throughout my barn. I've got tons of them. It doesn't bother me. Like, I'm not sad that I have those. Some people are like, wow, why are you get all those animals? Why aren't you use them? It's just how I play. I like to have a consistent supply of my goods, which would be, say, for eggs, for example. So I always just have 3 egg bird pens. I have one that does the brown eggs, one that does the white, and then I have one that does one of each. So I always have that. And when I run out of, when I want to breed an egg bird, I'll bring in another pen, and it'll use up my homeless, and I'll bring some up my barn, and I'll evolve a bunch, and I'll gain more land, and I play that way. But then I remove them all, and I play with 3 most of the time. And so inevitably, like Andy last week had a big problem with not getting a chicken. Did you finally get a chicken, Andy?
Yeah, I finally got a chicken, and then I finished that badge, and now I'm getting lots of chickens.
Now you get lots of chickens. Yeah, that's how the way it is. I got a chicken the other day.
Hey,
I'm
C-Gene's here. I don't think I introduced C-Gene.
Welcome, C-Gene. They need to decrease breeding, growing, and making times on all, she says. So things...
Yeah, you're not giving me enough time to read all this chat, so you're going to have to read some of it.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the chat's good because if Zynga's going through, they can actually read the chat as well, and they'll get twice as much information in half the amount of time. So remember that Zynga will be reviewing this stream, and anything you put in chat will be seen. So like I said, don't wait for me to ask you a question. If you have an idea, put it in chat, and if we end up talking about it, great. And if not, they'll see it eventually through the chat. What about okay, so how do we get animals on the farm? Let's talk about the various ways, and maybe there should be other ways to get them on the farm. So obviously we can buy them at this little market. So they're in here. They're been the same price since we've started the game. For the first 40 levels, they're like 800 coins, and then for the rest of the levels, they're 1600 after level 40, I think. Is it level 40 that they go up? Anybody in chat know? And I have a Holstein cow that I could buy for 1600, as well as a hedgehog for 1600. You buy one, you can buy 3 a day at this price. So that's one way to get animals. Obviously, the second way is to breed animals with the same item, the same type of animal, breeding into the same type of animal. You'll find the animal crates from clearing off stuff in your farm. So as you clear off little things, obviously you get boxes. Some of those can contain animals. The ones that I buy would be the ones that cost gold, or the ones that use the keys to unlock, and I definitely do both of those almost all the time. Even though I don't need animals, I just buy them anyway. Just is what I do. So it's just how I play. And the other way to get animals is through the prize chests through the various events in the game. So the reward chests in here. I don't know if there's any. Is there any animal crates on the top track of this event, Andy? There
I don't
is,
remember.
right?
I've gone with that event.
Yeah, I think there was. Yeah, farmhand. I'm trying to check. There was an animal at the end of that on previous ones to get to the more uncommon and rare ones. Is this an animal? No, it's a great chest. You think I would know this by now?
Update on my bonus. I've been doing the bonuses for a week now. The very first bonus gave me like 4 animals.
On the bonus of the on the bonus chest, the bonus reward, yeah.
Yeah, the bonus chest.
This activate.
After that, they've been okay, nothing to get excited about rewards.
Right.
But today I opened another chest with a bonus, and there were 4 more animals. So occasionally you get a really cool bonus.
Right. And it would make sense to me if I was Zynga. Like, if you're going to give someone 8 animals over the course of 8 chests, why not just give them 1 animal per chest? And that way they feel like they're getting something every time, right? Andy, would you say? Like, if you got an animal every time, would the bonus track be more enticing to you, or would it be like?
Yeah, I'd be going crazy on it.
Right, but if you still only got your 8 animals, like, so you've opened like 8 chests roughly, probably more, but let's just say it's 8 for this example, and you've got 4 animals in one chest. Like, I remember opening a bonus chest when this first started, and I got like 12 animals or some crazy amount in it. Right? Remember when it first started? They've scaled it down a lot. It's recorded. It's on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. But I ended up with like just tons of animals, and it would make sense to me to have an animal every chest and then something else, maybe, because animals are typically what everybody loves getting. Is it the most prized?
I like the green gems myself.
Oh.
Green and blue gems and pearls.
Do you activate the weather station a lot then, Pia? That's where you're using those on? Or what are you buying with your gems
as
and
much,
pearls?
but I do, yeah.
What else do you do with your gems and pearls besides you buy decorations and things, I guess? Or you have them all?
No, I don't buy decorations. I use it to up my, I do.
Weather station, right?
Weather station. I use it for double ribbons.
Yeah, double ribbons. Yeah, double ribbons on for your for the.
Hey, Libby's still driving home. You drive carefully, Libby.
Oh. She's driving live from the car of Libby. Look how dark it is there. Don't crash, Libby. Don't crash, Libby.
I'm watching out for deer.
Dark Prime rather. For newer players, give 1 animal when you unlock the first pen, so automatically get a buffalo. Yeah, I agree. Dark Prime, that's a great. That's from the old right when we first started. That's not a problem anymore, obviously, for any of the seasoned players. But for new players, you'd get a habitat, but you had no animals, or the quests would be asking you for animals that you didn't have, which was really annoying to me. Remember that, Andy?
Yes.
It was crazy annoying for the new players. So that's something that they could definitely improve on for sure. I think, okay, so when Zynga sent me this letter, they said that they're having a fundamental problem that they're trying to address. And fundamentally is the whole breeding animal thing, because you have players like me who pile animals in their barn. You have other players who don't. And you have this whole mixture of how to play the game. And I don't know why it's a fundamental problem, other than the fact if people are getting discouraged and quitting and not playing because of it. But it's a fundamental problem. So how else could animals work in the game? Let's talk about that. I don't understand.
They say it's a fundamental problem. What does that mean? What's the problem? Are people complaining? You can't just say you have a fundamental breeding problem without explaining to us what the problem is. Well, because I don't see a problem, really.
Oh,
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, because if you think about farming in real life for a second, just like use it as a real life conundrum. So when you own a farm, your animals don't breed once and then leave, right? They're not useless after that. So people might think that's like, I mean, they don't say that's in this email to me, but it doesn't have a feeling of farming per se, like correlating to, like Farmville 2, everything kind of made sense. You harvested the one pig you had forever and ever, it lived forever, and you just made bacon out of it, right? It made, or mud, or whatever it gave you, clay. It kind of did that. Whereas Farmville 2, and right from the get-go, everybody was complaining, Andy, on Facebook. All the new players alike were saying, animals, why am I losing my animals? I have none. I can't get them. It's a problem. I keep selling them. I don't want to sell them. I want to keep them. Why can't I trade them? Everybody knew at first has this fundamental problem of they don't want their animals to disappear like that. And then after they've been playing for 8 months like us, well, like me, I've got 1 million animals. It's not a problem. I figured out how to make the situation work. But that's me as an addict of Farmville 3, playing and kind of figuring out on my own how to do it, and using hints from Facebook and everyone else that plays as well. But I think fundamentally that's an issue for them, because people are getting frustrated, and then the later players are not frustrated, but they may not be there because they're gone because they got frustrated. So what other ways can, if we had to scrap the way that animals work, Andy, that's kind of what I'm getting at. If people in chat, if we had to scrap the whole way we get animals and find a whole different way to get animals, what do you think? How do you think we could do that? Is kind of the question that we're trying to answer, or we're trying to figure out. If that makes sense. Ooh, I have these stars on my farm. Sorry, I got distracted.
All right. Jada is constantly telling us she needs coins. She needs coins.
And that's
the best thing I can do to you, advice is to sell your order board. Keep on selling on your order board.
Yeah.
Use your weather station to improve your coin. Go show her where that is on the weather station, where you get, what is it, 30?
Yeah, the 50% bonus.
more coins for delivery orders. That's the best way.
It's not expensive. It only uses 4 red and 5 green. Red, I wish it was the other way. I wish it used more red and less green, because you always get exactly. Find a way to get rid of this for us, Zynga. Like, find some more way of spending this. In fact, if you're having people, new players, not being able to get animals
with the red.
quick enough. Jaden's had someone jump on the keyboard. No problem.
We hit it anyway.
That's why we have the slow mode on it. Well, I put it at 3 seconds though. But yeah, the fastest way to make coins in Farmville is to activate that boost, or not, but activating it will make you even more. And then focus on the order board. Delete every order that has a withering bush in it, or an item made from a withering bush. It's not horrible. Like that fruit salad that I just saw there. Pretty sure that was a withering bush. That's the only one on mine. So the fruit salad.
See, I stopped doing that, and I have not had an issue keeping up my coins. I'm at 47,000 coins right now.
Later in life, but I'm talking, Andy, if you want to maximize your return on the order board.
Yeah.
Early in the game. You make more money on the stuff that doesn't cost you money to get, and anything that you have to do with withering crops cost you. So if you ignore them and just work on everything else. So we're talking about making the most money the fastest, and you can certainly make money on apple stuff, especially if you water your apple trees, which use less water now. Sell them, you can still make money, but we're talking about if you want to make money quickly and fast. And that's what I did to get up to 160,000 coins, and then I just started evolving animals like crazy and stuff. So and spending money and getting down.
If you're really, really desperate for coins, you can grow and sell
sunflowers.
Takes forever about that.
Yeah, it's the most boring way to do it. It's the most boring way to do it. But you put all your crops in one big massive spot. You plant sunflowers every 2 minutes. You sell them directly from the crop silo
for 1 coin each. And away you go. That technically is the fastest way to make gold. It's just the least amount of fun to make gold that way. Yeah, it's not very enjoyable.
Okay, but here's another idea for new players, or an idea. What I was talking about with animals and totally redesigning how they work. I think we should be able to sell animals for a crazy, insane amount of gold, like 2,000 gold or some amount, or what you buy them for in the store even. And so you have a choice. If you need gold and you have like way more buffaloes than you need, instead of waiting them to breed, you should be able to sell them. And every evolved animal, so the Holstein, they used to, the Holstein cow could be worth 10 coins, and then the next one could be worth 50 coins, and so on and so forth. Or not necessarily coins. It could be any kind of currency that you could trade for a animal. Trading animals like we can other goods. Like, why can't I give you a cow, Andy? Why can't someone else give me a cow? New players could get some help in their co-ops from seasoned players who have a lot of extra animals. Right? I mean, you could trade the animals back and forth. Crystal agrees with what I said, but I talk so fast I have no idea what she says. She disagrees with everything I say. Yeah, so I think everybody loves getting animals, but no one loves losing animals, but everybody hates having too many animals. And so how do you figure out in a game how you're supposed to manage that? And I think the only way to do that is to have way more ways of getting animals, way more ways of getting rid of animals, and way more ways of doing things with animals. So focus on the animals. Like, why is there no animals getting sick that we have to move to isolation pens? Why isn't there a way?
I don't want Zynga to get any ideas like that. Jeez. Crazy.
Why would it be crazy, Andy? What's wrong with
Crazy.
wrong? Crazy. So you like everything the way that it is, just perfect, and you're like happy in your life, right, Andy?
For the most part, I'm happy with my farming. I think Mad Cow.
Mad Cow.
Great.
Mad Cow.
Don't do that. Quiet.
Carly Z. Mad Cow.
I think it's just part of the what do you call it? I'm lost for words. It's a strategy game, you know, and that's part of the strategy is managing your barn, managing your animals, and
yeah,
I don't know.
No sick animals, Kathy wants. No sickness.
Challenge.
She is like, bad idea, Scott. Bad idea. I need a button that you guys can push that shocks me whenever I have a bad idea.
Oh, that would be great. Shocks you if you ever have a bad idea.
Yeah, I would just be sitting here. I'd be like Carly's, just vibrating in my chair the entire time. All right, nobody likes the sick animals. No one wants to see their animals get sick and have their limbs fall off. And
Carly says you need a vet to visit them. Yeah, you got to pay a vet.
Yeah, you got to pay a vet.
Either you have to wait one day for the vet to arrive, or give them jewels? Gems.
Yeah. No sick animals need a vet to visit. Well, there's other ideas then for as far as, you know, like why are we limited on so, or what if animals you could, I don't know, like if you don't log in for like a week, everything's still the same. Should it be different? Should you have to log in as much more frequent? Or should you not necessarily, if you do log in every day, should you get more of a benefit to not logging in every day? So at the end of a week, for example, you turn your farm off, you come back after a week, and you have stuff to harvest. But if I play daily, and I harvest stuff every day, I'll end up with having more stuff. Like, I don't know, it seems to...
How about crossbreeding?
Crossbreeding. What would you make though? And how would that even work?
Your pig cow.
A pig cow, yeah, but how would it look? And what food would you give it?
Oh, it'd be crazy.
It would be insane, and you don't want to have sickness.
Chickens.
It would eat chickens. Okay, what about if a wolf came through the night and came in and stole a chicken? Would that be devastating to you, Andy?
Got hungry.
I got hungry. You forget to close your gate or something, and you have a whole bunch of animals escape, and you have to get them back. What?
Or you get a visit from a homeless person on your farm, and you got to feed them a chicken.
Feed them a chicken. You should be able to donate. I don't know. What about
Janetta says no wolves. You just got zapped.
Oh dear.
Electrocuted.
She doesn't want to see any of her pretty animals die. Like the ducks. You know, I don't know if this thing could support the weight of the muskox, but it's doing actually a pretty decent job. But
wow.
she doesn't.
I'm impressed with the carpentry.
Everything, you know, feathers. You just come back to your farm and there's a whole pile of feathers all beside your animals because something came in through the night and destroyed stuff. All right, bad idea.
The Wolverine got out of his pen. All your chickens are gone.
All right, what about this, Andy? Okay, so I know that the icons are a problem for Zynga. I know that people don't like seeing all these icons all over their farm. What about instead of having the egg show up here or the milk or whatever, it showed up in little baskets or something as decoration on the farm instead of these big massive bubbles? Would you be okay with that, or do you like having?
What's wrong with the icons?
They're ugly.
It makes it easy to see, I reckon.
Yeah, look at that.
And he needs it.
That is not pretty. Okay, so maybe on
your
farm
is a mess.
I mean, that's true. That's true. But still, okay. Let me compare to the photo mode, because the photo mode, the same exact photo in the photo mode, right? It looks super clean, super nice, and pretty, and you can spend your time
go to photo
watching
mode.
Your aquarium. I am in photo mode, so you mean just go there when I don't want to deal with it. I guess so.
They made photo mode.
They made photo mode.
Use it if you don't like looking at the icons.
Maybe they need a way to, when you move, to like if you move your farm around, all your icons disappear, and when you stop, they come back. So like you just tap, and move. He's like, yeah.
Somebody had mentioned holiday decorations.
Yes, Andy?
I'm thinking seasonal decorations would be nice, you know.
Well, they have all the skins you can get. Is that what you mean, or just like?
No, like automatic things were.
So you
I
mean
don't know.
so you mean like the farm changes with the ground turning to white and the leaves
Yeah.
losing leaves, kind of like how they do in Farmville 2. Yeah, you plant a tree and it.
But I mean, it totally doesn't make sense. You know, you got snow all over your ground, but your crops are still growing.
That's true. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you should have to order stuff from other farms like Pia. When it's winter for Pia, she can't grow anything and she has to rely on her co-op to give her all her stuff. And then when we're in our winter, we can't grow nothing, and then Pia has to send it to us. This is not on topic. We're off topic on the animals. All right. I don't know if there was any chat about other ideas or ways that we could get animals. I mean, if you think about it in the real world, you buy your animals from a breeder, they come to you, you breed them, you grow them, you sell them. That's kind of what happens. So unless Zynga wants to get more into the farm simulation kind of game, there's those ideas. But I still think there would be other ways. Like, so let's talk about the boat. Instead of getting random crap from the boat, why couldn't we go on the boat and choose what we want? We're going to take our boat and we're going to go to some remote island and capture flamingos and bring them back. Like, why are we stuck with just the generic rewards? Why can't we choose what we want as a reward? I want a cow. I want a chicken. So, you know, you finish your boat, you send it off to the chicken place to get boats. It comes back 2 days later with a chicken in it. Like, shouldn't we have missions where we can actually get something by doing something? Another idea would be to take a farmhand. Like, let's say you have pick somebody that we don't really use that often as far as in the game. Well, I guess everybody kind of makes stuff, right? What that actually could be a strategy part. Like, say you took Jack Tanner, and you said, Jack, I'm sorry, but we really need a chicken. We're going to send you off to another farm, and you're going to go get us a chicken. However, give him some money or whatever, or some magic beans, who knows what. And he's not available. So you actually assign missions to your farm hands to get you things for your farm. So you need a chicken. You go to Jack and you say, Jack, go get a chicken. It's going to be 12 hours. He runs off the farm like Nick used to run behind the little shed. He runs off the farm. You don't see him again for 12 hours, but when you do get him back, he has a chicken. There's other ways to get animals besides just the ways that we're getting them. I don't know.
Or you could steal horses from your neighbor farm.
Yeah, like even in your neighbor's farms. Like, all we can do when we're visiting other farms is go to another farm and search for the little icon and click on it, right? Pretty much. Maybe go to the order board and see that they have an order to do. But you know, why can't we have like some sort of why can't 5 people from a co-op go to one person's other co-op and create a chicken or something, or do something on their farm to create an animal, or if people are struggling with animals, that they need to get. I don't know. Just an idea.
Double fertilize for twins.
Double fertilize. Yes. See, that's a good idea, Pia. You give, you do something, you send the vet, which we don't want, but we send the vet to a farm and you fertilize the animals and you get twins. Right. That's a cool idea, actually, Pia. Why are we getting one animal, and why is it always just the next progression? Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's like that so we progress, but you know, in real world, if you have a chicken, does it always lay a white egg or does it sometimes lay a brown egg? I don't know.
You tell it what color egg to lay.
You do? In the real world? You speak to it? I want you to lay this egg.
A nice big red egg.
All right.
Or maybe miscarriages, stillbirths.
Okay. Right now, you know, on my farm that I avoid breeding animals. Who else in chat avoids breeding animals? Are there times that you avoid breeding animals? When and why? That is the question. I'm going to put it in chat so you guys can actually read it. All right, there's a question in chat. I think it's in chat. Did it populate?
Nope. Oh, yeah.
It took a while. Are there times you avoid breeding animals? When and why? Embla, send all of the elders to an island zoo and you could trade for different animals. Yeah, like, we need to do something with the elders. We need to actually, like...
You could send animals you don't want to that island. We'll call it the island of misfit animals.
Right? Or there could be a co-op where we send things that we have extra of and that we don't need, and we trade for stuff we do need. Kind of like how, you know, the asking button is working or whatever, or the market in Farmville 2 worked, but with animals instead of with goods, right? Dark Prime only breeds them when she's when they are ready to level. He or she is ready to level. I used to have a problem with leveling up, but now I don't. Now I just whatever. In fact, you can see I need a sliver more. I could level up on this stream if I wanted to.
Don't forget to use all your energy and fill all your
I screw that up.
something.
I know. I screw that up. That takes so long. It's like a lot of work, and then you do it, and then you have to undo them all and re-put stuff in. But yeah, I know what you mean, Andy. Definitely good. You know, if it's okay, this isn't about breeding, but it's a general question, Andy. When you go to bed, or when you leave your farm, like after, say you have an unlimited amount of time to play, 8 o'clock at night or whatever, you got nothing to do before you go to sleep, so you're playing on your farm, and you play till you're done. What does that look like? Is everything picked and sold, or do you leave like eggs sitting there for tomorrow?
There's definitely things sitting there. The animals, I'd say half the animals have things. If I don't need it, I don't grab it.
All right.
I like a good variety. I don't hold that many items. I like to have them. The animal holds them for me,
right?
Until I need them.
Yeah, they're like a storage, extra storage, right? For sure.
But I do try to make sure I'm making things that take a long time, making crops that take a long time.
Yeah. Jean brings up a good point. She holds off on breeding at night so she can count the next day's task board. And I do that too, Jean. So every day I try to do the task because I get 2 or.
That was something I wanted to ask everyone. Do you get 8 animals a day daily? Do you have problems? Because I never have a problem getting 8 animals a day
without using elixirs.
Correct.
Huh. Well,
what do you mean by elixirs?
Well, selling exotic animals for an elixir, because that counts as an animal. I'll show you what I mean, Andy. So I've got.
Yeah, I understand that,
okay.
But no, I'm just talking about.
Yeah, and if you don't store them in your barn, I assume, Andy, you don't store animals in your barn. You just play them,
no.
Right? So when you don't.
I've never had an animal in my barn.
Yeah. So when you don't have them in your barn, there's more than enough at our levels to give you 8 new animals every day just from buying. Do you buy them in the store then, Andy? Are you always buying the 6 available?
No, 6 available.
There's always 6 animals for 1,600.
I rarely buy those.
Okay.
I hoard my coins.
Libby's here. Hi, Libby.
Hi, Lib.
Hey. There was a huge deer, so I had to hang up.
There was a
Literally
huge.
at that very moment.
A huge deer.
Yeah, it was a big buck. Just walking across the. I was like, what?
Yeah,
And you floored it and swerved right into it, and now it's on.
I was gonna pull
your
out
front
my
yard.
And yeah, the deer we should have those on the farm. They should prevent the trucks from driving away so fast, or if you have one on there.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's one way to get rid of your animals. Put them next to your road where your order truck goes by, and then you'll have this massive extreme collision, and then you'll need new ones.
Then you harvest what you got.
So I sometimes, Andy, I do fill up my ad animals without using exotic elixirs, but most of the time I have to open up elixirs just to because I don't add that many animals to my farms. The only ones I have unlimited space is
What do you mean by elixirs? Do you mean tokens?
No, yeah, tokens, gold tokens or silver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
elixirs.
sorry.
How do you get animals?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's good. Thanks for making me clarify.
Well,
so the silver
confusing people.
The silver token gives me a river otter.
Yeah.
I sell it, and that counts as a animal on my task. So
it counts whether you sell it or not.
Yes. So I have 4 now instead of 3. So I'll typically right now I'm in the middle of leveling.
I never do that.
You never do that? Well, you do it because you use their tokens
I
up.
guess I don't have any tokens.
Yeah, you don't have any tokens, but you don't save them for that. I kind of use them as a buffer or a buffer of that sort.
Yes.
The regular farm animal is in shop. She costs less than should cost. I think it should cost less coins. It was nicer at lower levels. Yeah, that's kind of a shock going from one day where they're 800 and then the second day that they're 1,600. And every single person that happens to, I bet you half of them send in tickets. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it should go up slowly every level, just like everything else does. Like if you want to make them more money, or they shouldn't even go up. Like you should have it for the common
Damn
hedgehog.
inflation.
Well,
Yes.
okay, like a Holstein cow. Okay, fine. Put a Holstein cow at 800, but then the next cow up from that, put it at 1600, and then the next one up from that, put 3200. And if you want to put an ankle Watusi in here, like the farthest one, level 12 cow, it should be like 100,000 coins. Like you're not going to buy it, but you could if you had the money.
Have 100,000 coins.
No, you never do. But
Nowhere near.
it's the 12th tier cow that is impossible to get without buying all these Holstein cows. So it should be super expensive. I mean, I don't understand how the currency works to begin with in Zynga's games, because there's so many things that cost so many crazy amounts of money. One being those chests that pop up when you clear your items off the screen, and they give you nothing, right?
Yes.
Let's see if I can find one. Let's open up some of these.
Hey, they're talking about elder animals, and thought of a good idea, kind of from Mrs. Dark Fairy, elaborating on her. They should just go poof, like smoke and slow cooked chicken or steak. But you could have dishes, like roasted chicken, and you have to have an elder animal for it, or
yeah. I wonder why Farmville's scared.
ribs.
I wonder why Farmville is scared of processing animals. Like they let you take bacon from pigs, but they don't let you they don't let you slaughter the pig. They just let you take bacon once in a
you're
while.
just slowly slicing the bacon off of his ribs like you would spearing a sheep.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, maybe some animals, Andy. Well, I think it would. Well, you could kind of change the game to, you would need a lot of bacon off a pig, though. Like instead of getting one bacon off a pig, you'd have to get like 20 bacon, just because otherwise, But yeah, that would be cool to be to either take the animal for one bacon, or slaughter the animal for like 12 bacon. So like you have a sky race task that you need a bunch of bacon for. Suddenly you're just slaughtering all your pigs. What is we have Nukia X. We just need more farm animals periodically. All the exotic animals don't make sense. My farm is a whole zoo now.
Yes, that's true.
So maybe that's part of their fundamental problem of animals everywhere, Andy. They need specific penned cordon areas for them, and maybe when you what about if you combine pens, like you were talking about making a bigger space? What if you put two chicken hens together and they made like a bigger house with a bigger yard, instead of having two separate houses in two separate spots? They used up more of an area. So then you could actually have, like for my buffalo example, you could have a whole buffalo roaming. You put 6 together like this, and it leaves the house on the first one, but then the rest of them just get a fence, and all the buffaloes just wander around in here in this whole fenced area. Like instead of having 5 buildings that look exactly the same with just the option to rotate, you could have, as soon as you attach another one, it changes the look of everything. I don't know. Might take a lot more programming, but I think it's kind of an idea anyways. Again, I am just saying stuff, so don't be too, don't say no, that sucks, or you can say that, but I just say things that come to my mind.
Because that really sucks.
There you go, Andy.
I'm glad
You won't hurt my feelings. When I brainstorm, I tend to say just what's on my mind, and sometimes it leads to really cool ideas, and other times they're really, really bad. So don't feel bad if you need to tell me my ideas are sucky. But anyway, all right. Okay, so we had some.
I'm just catching back up. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
I was just catching up to see. I don't know. I was gonna rewatch it a little bit, but I'm already here. So.
Okay.
What do you guys talk about?
Libby, how do you feel? I want to put the next question in chat. I'll do it right now.
Go ahead.
All right, here's the question.
How
do you feel about unlocking different breeds of farm animals? Okay, so how do you feel about it? I guess they want our feelings. So, I don't know if it means, is it special to you when you get the next cow or the next pig?
It's very cool. You get a field. I enjoyed that portion of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do?
It takes so much to level up or to get more.
I crashed my blue stacks.
Oh.
Yeah, it does take quite a bit. Keep talking, Libby.
Oh, I mean, most of mine I've only got like 8 out of 12. Like how many I've already gotten so far, and it's like I'm already level 50 something. And but once you open up a new habitat, like I don't have water buffaloes or buffaloes yet. I don't have that yet. I have the buffaloes walking around my farm. Yeah.
The classic problem. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then suddenly it's like a wave of everything coming in. You're breeding, you're making more, you know.
Like, I think you should be able to put a buffalo in a cow pen, and it just makes things way slower. Like, you should put it in there and be like, yeah, you know what? You can stick it in there, but it's going to take like 12 and a half more hours to make one milk. Because it's not in its natural environment. I don't know. This is kind of a crazy idea.
Oh, you're reloading.
I'm reloading.
While you're reloading, read Nikita's.
Nikita?
Yeah.
Hey, Nikita, you will never know.
I'll read it. When you finally collect all the farm animals available, they should give you new skin for that enclosure so everyone can see your accomplishment.
Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like I think people love bragging about their farm. I mean, they've made it so that there's a photo mode, you can take nice pictures, so people love showing off their farm. And that's one cool thing about you know, the game. Like, I have all of these skins for my farm. Let's just show you them all. My farmhouse, look at them all. My Christmas skin. So
wow,
you know, you can
Christmas skin?
Yeah, the Christmas house, the holiday house. So you can put you can put the holiday house on, and you know, and then next year it'll probably come back and it'll be the same one. But somebody, oh, did you hear that noise? What the heck was that? Oh, the volume's really loud again. Hold on, I need to adjust the volume. There's a lot of noise happening.
It sounds like a lion on the Serengeti.
There we are, lion on the Serengeti. Yeah, so I think it's really cool to have something unique that another farm has. In fact, when you visit Pia's farm, let's go to Pia's farm actually. There's all kinds of animals that she has that no one else has. At least that was the case. I don't know if it's still the case. Pia, is that still the case? Let's see. Does Pia, you mentioned you have the event. They're giving an exotic animal away. Did I pass your farm? I don't know. I'm looking for Pia.
Yeah, she's always the very first one.
Oh, darn. Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
there we are. Pia's busted. Okay, visit
She's
farm.
the penguin.
Yeah, Pia's been playing for like 2 years, and she's got a lot more exotic animals than we have. And when I first went to Pia's farm, I was looking at all of these animals. I have a few of them now, but
I moved half.
You moved half.
I moved some of them over the other side.
Oh, we got a subscription from Nikwa. Thank you, Nikwa. There's a little heart for you. Appreciate that. Don't forget to click the alarm bell. You'll get notified when we go live. Pia wants the panda. Or Crystal Schwab says Pia, she wants the panda. The panda. Can we see your other animals, or is this all we can do? I guess you can kind of browse through and look at them. But
yeah, you can, right?
I wonder if we can find a... See, here's something that I don't have. I don't know if this is a buffalo habitat or whatnot, but that's something I don't think my habitat. I don't have that. So it's neat to have different looking farms, like different items. So she's got her name on her farm right there. Different. So that would be cool. I agree. All right. What's the next question I should ask? Let's see. I got more stuff on here. Is there anything that you would make? Is there anything that would make you breed farm animals more often? I think you would just have more animals. Let me reread that. Is there anything would make you breed more often?
I think that's a specific question for you, because I think most people breed them as soon as they can.
All right.
Yeah.
Did we ever ask? Should we make a poll? I don't even know. Well, I guess we don't need to make a poll because Zynga knows how many people have animals roaming around their farm. But you know, like for me personally, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind having all those animals in my farm. And if they took up space, that would get me wanting me to get rid of them. I mean, if suddenly farm animals took up a space in the barn, or if they had another storage area with just barn animals, and you had to only could store like 10 or something, then obviously I would make more or do something with them. So in that regard, I guess.
There's always one thing that bugs me about how these if you open up a spot and then you try to shove in like let's say one exotic area into this, they don't line up correctly, and you always have little spaces in between.
Right.
It drives me a little crazy that I can't, it's not lined up properly.
Yeah. I think that was
bugs
brought
me.
up earlier as well, in the fact that some
Oh, good.
some habitats take up like a crazy amount of space, and other ones
Yeah.
use up a small amount of space. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's true. A
Yeah.
better way of modding them, or modular farmhands, or modular.
Yeah.
Like, what about, you could just have a fenced area. Like, you could have all your cows and buffaloes together. You just make one big fenced area, and then you place their feeding station.
Let's say you fence in an area. If you overcrowd them, they take longer to produce whatever they produce.
That's true.
If you give them enough room
Oh, jeez.
in their pasture, you get your things faster.
Yeah, that'd be
It's a
cool.
good farm management tool.
You could even take it a bit farther and have different scales of food. You could give them a more expensive.
Janetta, I totally agree.
That would be,
PC version.
Yeah.
would be like Farmville 2 on PC. Yeah, Farmville 2. Apparently, she plays. So she may have that similar kind of thing. But the food as well. So, do we have enough feed mills to support the animals on your farm? What about that question?
Have they always produced 3?
3? Yes.
Yeah. Have they always produced 3?
Well, for me.
Okay.
But Pia, what about you?
Me too.
Like, even in the beginning?
No, not always. Like you run out and then you have to wait a while.
Hey, I'm sorry, Pia. Shelley Barron's here.
Feed.
Hi,
She
Shelley.
said no.
No. Yeah.
What was the question?
When Dark Prime says no too. Try to explain your nose with kind of a little bit more so we know exactly what you're talking about, because your chats are a bit behind.
Some of you are delayed.
Yeah, and it's difficult to figure out what you're
yeah.
knowing, but that's okay. All right. So it's interesting. It's interesting that I play my style where I keep animals in my barn and I let wandering animals roam. Andy just gets them, puts them out as he gets them, but both of us don't have issues with the amount of feed we can make. Like, it seems
No.
I don't have a problem running
I believe
out.
that's what they're talking about. Do you have enough feed makers? And I believe that's what Shelley and Dark Prime have said. No, they don't have enough.
They don't have they don't have enough mills.
And Dark Prime, as you level, you should be able to. I'm sorry, I'm too far away from this. As you level, you should be able to do a quest to increase the number of feed produced. Costs more to produce.
Yeah, that's a
Or
good
maybe
idea.
Or maybe a temporary
Does everybody
buy.
have 3?
Yeah, or should we be able to get them from a co-op or from another source, or send the boat
Now-
for feed?
You do have an option for temporarily increasing them, doubling them through the weather station.
Yeah, the weather station boost.
Mm.
So, I guess that's the thing. Who's as stingy as I am on the gems, though, for this thing? Like, do you run on, like, do you spend them as you get them, Pia? What's your gem count?
I don't get enough. I don't get enough in any of the events to get it. So sometimes I have to use
Gems?
Yeah.
If you're
Gems to get, especially the green.
if you're
The
short,
green one are really hard to get.
Oh, we're talking about blue gems, right?
Yeah.
oh, blue
I
gems.
use mine with blue gems.
But you use that to activate the boost, Pia, because you don't have a green
Yeah.
gem. Because I don't have that problem because I've never run out. So I don't know what happens if you try to buy a boost without having enough gems. Are you saying it as these gems?
Mine with blue gems.
And what does it cost? How much does it cost for like one red gem and one?
Is it? No, I don't need reds. I've got heaps of reds.
Heaps
The
of
green,
reds
is it 75? I think it's 45 or something like that. I have to
for
look
one
sooner
gem.
or later.
Yeah.
It's,
All right.
it's the same as what you buy them in the shop.
Okay. Let's ask that. I'm gonna make a poll in the.
Same price as you buy when you buy them in the shop.
I'm gonna make a poll.
Okay. Okay.
Who?
It's
35, 45, somewhere there.
it's funny because occasionally I will do one of those little sales they have, like the midweek sale or the weekend special,
Oh, yeah.
where you purchase, and I
Actually,
think
75 for free. So
I think they're
25.
reasonable, under $10, and you get some gems. But it's funny
Yeah.
because I'm still stingy with them and I don't use them. But I have made some big purchases, like the weather station. I opened up that so I can use 2 boosts at the same time, And that was 500 gems. That's a lot of gems.
Yeah. Yeah, you spent 500 gems on that one thing.
Okay. I've asked the question. It's kind of basic because there's probably some people that line up in the middle. Do you spend your green gems and your red gems and your pearls, or do you save them? So do you spend them right away as soon as you can? Pia, I think, spends them right away, other than the red ones, which she can't get rid of because nothing's asking for it. But so Pia's constantly running out of the pearl or the green gem, I think, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So she's always using them, I guess, is the question. What's the answer? 78% says save them up so far. So 78 people saving them up. All right, let's ask another poll. Oh, there's 70. Okay, we're getting a few more answers. Maybe we'll let that sit for a second. 70% is saying save them up so far. And how many voters do we have? 20 votes. 20 votes. 70% are saving them. 68 are saving them. Interesting. All right. What's next? Is there a way that animals could interact with other animals, or should they? Like, should you not put?
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Like, someone said that their animal was drinking water. Like, I want to see that. I want to see something cute like that. Maybe the animals should play with each other, like the goats headbutting themselves.
Like
each other, yeah.
So more.
Usually, I don't know if you've been on a farm, but it's really not good when your pigs get in chasing chickens and
you mean real life?
Cows, yes, in real life. And cows don't like any other animals. They don't. Their cows are.
So what Libby was saying though is
jerky animals.
But Libby wants the cows to interact with each other more.
Okay.
Than not necessarily a cow wanders over to the buffalo and makes a cow buffalo baby kind of thing.
Yeah, no, we don't want to need crazy animals, right?
Yeah,
we don't need any ligers or
crazy breeds already.
Yeah, that's right. We have a lot of crazy half breeds. Well, you know how the chipmunks turn into rabbits and squirrels and the
way we breed our animals, it's kind of like the European royal family, if you ask me. I mean, these are all inbred.
Inbred. Yeah, like I think, I think there's a lot of posts on Facebook when our animals do something stupid or do something silly or extra cute. And I think they could do a better job of programming in them to do more things, right? I still think they should wander off. Like in the middle of the morning, you should be coming back, and all your stuff that you don't have fences around should be all over the place.
Wasabi's here.
What? Wasabi? Like the real deal?
Yeah.
It's wabi-sabi?
Wabi-sabi?
No, wasabi.
Just wasabi.
All right, we're gonna end the poll.
My son says
so.
wasabi.
Officially, 33% of the people spend them as they get them, and 67 save them up. I wonder if those 67. Let's ask the next question about the weather station.
Here's something. All right, you have exotic animals, and some of these are carnivores. So, I mean, if you put your carnivore exotic animals too close to other animals, do you lose those other animals?
Yeah, like the chicken. The chickens shouldn't survive for like a day on our farms. They, you should have to like build some kind of Fort Knox wall around them.
And let's say you put your cows too close to the fields. Are they gonna wander into the fields and decimate all your crops?
Yeah, right. That's what I was wondering. Are they gonna eat the sunflowers?
Yeah.
Oh, then you're gonna have those sick cows, and you gotta have.
It could be a lot of stuff happening.
You gotta bring in my obstetrical glove.
I think the problem Zynga has is if they make any extreme, massive way or change the mechanics of the game in any massive way, it could be really bad, right? So I don't know how they could. They could start off with a whole new animal type and make it do a different system of way. Kind of like how we have the withering crops, right? So regular crops you plant, you come back, they're done. Withering crops, they cost a bunch more. You can only do them 3 times. You got to pull them out of the decoration book to plant more. They work different. So I wonder if they could start doing that with an animal or introduce like another animal type of pen. Like if we do dolphins or water animals, say, they could take their idea of how they want to change the way the mechanics work and just make it work like that for the dolphins, and then see if people like it with the dolphins. And if they do like it, then they can add more animals or change how animals work, you know, from pen to pen or type to type. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I'm typing a question in my poll here.
Susie wants pink sheep.
Yes! Be able to customize the animals more. That would be cool.
She also wants. Oh, go ahead.
You know,
Crystal says, don't put your bunnies near their carrots, you know?
You know what else would be interesting for Farmville? Even though we have all those breeds of cows, like say some people want a Holstein cow ranch, and all their cows, they want them to look like Holstein cows. So you could have different levels of Holstein cows instead of having the Holstein always go to the next cow. You know, or say you want like a bull ranch and you want all your cows to be bulls or have horns, even though the way that the breeding works is totally not right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what if we were to be able to choose the skin of the cow? So all of our cows were always Holstein cows, if that's what we wanted. Once you unlock it.
Oh.
Once you unlock it.
Once you unlocked everything, you can switch back. Oh, okay.
You don't choose the cow. Like, it doesn't change the cow. It's still a Watusi cow or whatever they call it. But it looks like a cow. So if you had a whole bunch of cows in the same area, they'd all look exactly the same or not. I mean, it's just an idea. Again, I'll just stop talking now.
CG makes an excellent point. The cost of evolving your exotic animals is mind-boggling.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a different topic for a different day, CG. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Maybe after you level up some of the animals, you should get double the amount of what. Like after you've gotten all your cows, now you get a second level.
Now you said we're off topic.
Yeah, it's true. Whoops. Oh, darn it.
Oh, let's talk about breeding.
Okay, I can't. I want to put a fifth option in there.
Oh, we're talking about the weather
station.
station.
It's on the weather station. It's just how often each week do you use it? Every day, every second day, twice a week, once a week.
Wow.
If you don't use the weather station, don't do the poll. If it's less than once a week, just don't do the poll, I guess, is the question. Well, we should get about 20 answers, so that'll kind of give us an indication of...
They can give you a good poll if they're not doing it.
No, because we know we'll get about 22 answers if everybody did the poll.
Dark Prime says they never use it. Now that's... I think you're losing out.
So how many gems are you at, Dark Prime? What's your blue gems? Dark Prime, type in blue and put your quantity, or not blue, green,
Pumpkin
red,
baby
and
don't
pearls.
Use it either.
Pumpkin baby don't. I use it so infrequently, and I was using it when the events let us use it for the pearls and the gems, but
We'll hold the phone.
Yes.
Go to your weather station right now.
Okay. Let me check this
It
way.
was already 150.
Yeah, the 150 gems, right? Is it change?
Yeah.
For an hour.
Mine got changed. Yeah.
Oh, it's different?
An hour and a half.
How long does it last? 12 hours yet?
No, hour and a half. Oh, 12 hours. Oh, wait, no, hold on.
Which ones?
Hour and a half. The ones that are it's very, very stupid.
Oh,
they only last an hour and a half?
Yeah. It's so ridiculous, Andy. It's totally ridiculous. But it would be less ridiculous if instead of using these, it used these.
Yes. Then it was more affordable.
Yeah, but I think it's the problem with Farmville. It's not a problem, but I think one of the issues is that if you activate this and spend 150 gems to get double the event items, you're way better off just to buy water, which costs a lot less and gives you a lot more return, right? So that's one thing one of my biggest complaints about Farmville is there's so many ways to get ripped off. There's so many ways. In fact, we opened up, there's a crate. Let me find it. I opened it, I didn't click on it. Here we go. It's gonna run out right away. Okay, look at this. 1,000 gems to open this exotic animal crate. What's gonna be in it? Okay, up to one forest animal, up to one mountain, up to one, and 7 elixirs. All right. So
you can get 6 animals and an elixir.
No, you get
5
up to
animals.
you don't get 5 animals. You get up to 1. Up to 1. It doesn't say 1. If it said 1, it would say 1.
Okay.
So you're gonna get 1 animal for sure, and you're gonna get 7 elixirs. So you're gonna guaranteed 7 because it doesn't say up to. and you're going to get up to one. So you might get more than one animal, but more than likely, if I bought this for 1,000 gems, I would probably get one animal and 7 elixirs. And
It's going to be a duplicate.
And you can go to the store and you can just spend a lot less than that to buy an exotic animal token, right? Like you can, if you run out of tokens, you could, it's like 250 here, gives you the animal with no elixirs. But, you know, to spend that even is kind of crazy. But I think that there's too many ways, and this is something that I don't know. Like, obviously Zynga knows how many people buy these each week. These spend 1,000 gems. Like, when you're brand new, people screw up, and that's on the video that I made on how when you start playing Farmville, I specifically say don't buy any of the chests that pop up because they're not a good deal. I say it about every one of them, because that would frustrate me. In fact, they shouldn't even have these pop-ups like this early in the game, I don't think. How much does it cost to buy that? Like, if you have to buy 1,000 gems, what's 1,000 gems cost? It's a lot, right? It's like $20.
$10.
$10.
US.
Yeah.
$10 and then
Yeah. So
$20 for.
So there's a lot of unvalued items, or not unvalued, expensive items that don't really make sense to me, but people must click them, right? Or they're different for different people. I don't know. Let's end this poll. 47%. Let's see if we have. Well, I can't see the actual. Oh, here we go. All right, so twice a week for 47%, once a week for 40%, and 13% every day. So more once a week. So and how many people answered? 15 people voted. So about 6 of you don't use them at all. Out of the people that are here today, we're at 33 viewers, but we're only getting about 20 some per the poll. So that leaves 15 people. 8. I don't know. It's about half that use them twice a week, half that use them once a week, and a very small percentage use them every day. People that spend money on the game probably use them every day. Let's end the poll. Pia says $14.99 for her to buy 1,000 gems. I don't know why that's so hard to see on the chat. All right, let's go to the next question. What should happen when you breed 2 of the final animal?
They turn into a unicorn.
Yeah, a mystery animal, right? Okay, so that's the question.
Exotic animal.
Did it pop up for you guys? I think it probably should. There it goes. Okay.
What does happen when you breed the last of the last?
As far as I know, you get another of one of the animals, like the baby again. So if we go to the book, so we'll go to the cows. So if I breed 2 ankle Watusis, I will get another ankle Watusi baby.
Oh.
As far as I know.
Maybe.
Unicorn.
See, after you get 2 Watusis, you should get, if you go all throw the cows, you should get double milk or something.
Like a super cow.
Double the price.
A super Watusi.
No, not super cow. You should double the product.
Or they start getting mutations because you're inbreeding at that point, and then you're getting like weird, like, although it's looking pretty like mutated already with these horns that are like massive. Susie says you should get a skin that says expert breeder level. That's cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It would take a long time to get 2, unless you're spending, I guess, money on the game. You could probably get through. Now, you know, the reason why these questions are important is because all of us who started a year ago are kind of at the same place where we're starting to get all of the animals, and we're getting to the end of things. The exotic animal track. There goes Libby.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
Her microphone's like super sensitive. It's so funny. Susie said, Crystal says a cool idea. Yeah, it's a really cool idea. Skins. Expert breeder skins. Maybe about sell it for farmland plots. Yes, from them. There's all these questions like, do we have enough plots? Should we have more plots? What should, you know, like all these ways to play the Farmville. They really control us as far as everybody is kind of trying to do the same thing, but yet our games are kind of different as well. It's kind of weird. But any other ideas for what should happen when we sell 2 of the same cow? When we sell 2 of those cows, maybe we should get a choice. Like, hey, what do you want? Do you want to get another ankle, or do you want to get 2 Nelcrors? Do you want to get, you know, some random stuff? Do you want to get a chest of elixirs? I don't know. Or maybe they just don't breed. I don't even know. They should get a trip to the islands, Susie McGee says. Yes. You should send them to your 4-H, local 4-H, and the you know, Marie's child can come out of the farmhouse and take them to 4-H. That'd be fun. 1,000,000 coins. No, 100,000 coins.
Yeah, sell it out. Just sell them.
Yeah, CG says that she totally agrees about controlling our gameplay. Yeah, if you think about it, we all do the same things every day for hours on end, and we all seem so addicted that we can't stop. Well, it's the community.
my gosh,
I blame the community. The only thing that's different is the co-op chat. Everything else is the same.
Do you like my horns?
Tracy says, "Oh, nice horns, Andy." Not to sound like a broken record, but I need but does it say but I need cows or an option to buy what we need anytime? That's true, Tracy. Should they have how do you guys feel about the fact that you can only buy the 2 items they tell you? How did that week go by, Andy? How did you feel playing Farmville without chickens? Was it a big problem? Was it just annoying for
without getting new chickens?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a big deal. It's not like you're losing them every day.
Right.
I just needed them for that event.
This is what
so
happens
funny,
when
Libby?
you breed. What happens when you breed Jack and a cow? You get an Andy with the horns.
It does everything matches in Andy's picture. He's got a good color shirt on for that.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I'm not as impressed with the size of those horns as I am with the size of his
Set.
Okay, now here we go. Getting a little off topic.
Now, you said you hadn't seen any cows with such big horns, so I thought I'd find some big horny cows for you.
Oh man,
Janetta has a point. Janetta says that she needs a lot of eggs for the event right now, and they've bred and ran off. And that's exactly why, Janetta, that I keep homeless animals all over my farm, because that never happens when you have a stockpile like that. But the problem is that they need to have another way of not having them wander. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, Janetta, for that.
Take away the homes.
Susie says she's only had 2 chickens for days.
Yeah, I got 4.
Crystal says it's frustrating when you're trying to do camping event and you need to breed specific animals, but they don't have them and they're not dropping. Yeah. Again, Crystal, this is why the solution of what I do solves these issues that you're having. The problem is it's not a fun way to play. I don't like having 50 cows in my barn. Like there's 76 sheep in my barn right now. Right?
But you have a solution to that problem.
It's not a problem for me. It's just how I play.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, but the thing is when I get a new sheep, Andy, it means nothing to me. Like when I get
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do I look like Hellboy right now?
Ooh, yeah.
Indeed you do, Andy. Indeed you do.
Paint you red. Get your big cigar.
With Andy. Let me finish this event live. I need one more of these chocolate things.
That sound annoys my son so much.
Does it?
Yeah. He's like, he's just playing it. Andy's got a full horns tonight.
He's switching it again.
I was ready for a horny episode.
A horny episode. It's close. Let's make one of these. I think I have that. Ooh. I'm so close to finishing this, guys. I'm gonna. Oh, there we go. I know it's doing it again, Libby. I have no way.
How do you not collect those things?
I did.
It forces me to collect those animal chests and whatever.
It doesn't force you.
Do I click away or what?
What are you talking about? What is she talking about?
When the rewards after you get.
Oh, all these?
Yeah.
You don't have to collect them. Like if you click on it, you do. Like the exotic civic home. And if you don't collect them, I think it gives them to you at the end of the event, automatically.
Well, if you have any extra hazelnuts, I sure would like them.
I'll make some for you. Because I'm pretty much finished this event. I need to make 2 of these white chocolate milkshake things, which I have enough stuff to do.
And I appreciate everybody who's given me coffee.
Yeah, so our co-op's been really good at donating stuff this time around. I've been seeing a lot of posts on that for sure.
I didn't really do the event, but I tried to keep up. I'm only in the second phase, so that's all I can give you is, was it vanilla and coffee?
No, it's okay. I'm not trying to. Oh,
Mrs. Darkfairy is talking about
Mm.
barn and silo space remains an issue for some.
yes.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to stockpile the event items and do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And upgraded items. You're trying to do upgrades, but it just shoves it all up in there, just same Farmville 2, CE.
Okay.
It takes up a lot of space.
It does take a lot of space. All right, the next question in chat I'm going to post there, guys, is what other things could be added to the game that we could use our animals for? So, for example, I talked about 4-H. I was kind of being silly, but should we be able to have a show animal or send an animal? Like, how we used to be able to feed pigs and try to get the biggest pig on Farmville 2? Should we be able to have things that we can do with our animals besides just make hair or meat or whatever they make for us?
Have to have cows to plow your fields.
Yeah. All right. So having 5 cows gives you a boost. Gives you a boost to enhance your fields, right? Like, keeping farm automatic boosts that happen when you have a certain number of animals on your farm. Show animal prize pig instead of pig race. Yes, show animals would be fun in this game. Crystal Schwab says. What else could we do with animals? What other events, contests could you have using existing animals? I don't know. I think you could actually. What would be neat to me is if you could send the animal away so that you can't, like, you kind of like lock it and you pick a time amount. Like, so right now, if we do milk, it takes how long to make a milk? Does anyone know?
30 minutes.
30 minutes to make, half hour to make a milk. So you should have an option with a cow. You should say, I want to make 1 milk using 1 feed, or I want to make 3 milk using 2 feeds, but it's going to take twice as long. Or other ways, so when you go to bed at night, you can strategically plan to have more when you wake up. Or other options in just feeding them and getting, like, it's the same thing every time. So just something different would be nice or interesting. You ever speed up production with gems, Andy?
No. I think I have, but no, not really.
I screwed up last night on my express order on the event because it asked me for an item and I went to make it and it said I had a half an hour to fill it and the item took 15 minutes, but I forgot that I was making it, and then by the time I remembered, it was like 45 minutes later, and then the item changed, which was kind of...
Here's a tip for you. One of the times I did use I sped up a crop because I was doing an event, or what is it, the balloon race, the sky race, and I didn't make enough crops overnight that I needed, so I was short. So I used gems to speed that up. But today we learned a lesson in our co-op, didn't we? Was it Tracy?
Yeah.
Did
Just
the
for
exact
one.
same thing. She miscounted. She was short 1, and it would take her 8 hours to plant another one and wait for it. I think it, what was it? The pepper?
Was it a pepper?
Yeah, it was
believe so.
peppers. Yeah.
So instead of planting that pepper and waiting the 8 hours, she requested a pepper from the co-op, and she got like 5 of them, but she only needed 1, but it counted towards her event, her task.
Right. That's cool.
So you got to remember that tip. That was a great lesson to learn today. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, what about, Andy, also in here under crops and goods? Does it count if you buy them out of here? That's this tab.
I don't know.
I think they do.
Oh, that's a good question.
So if you
I
had...
think they do,
But
because I think I
That's
bought
hit or
some
miss.
there and-
If they're
It's hit or
in there
miss, but
not.
if I have 4
Oh.
buffalo milk here for money, can I take a buffalo milk task in, I don't know, does buffalo milk show up in Sky Race? No.
No, but the frozen yogurt does.
Yeah. So could you, like, you only buy 1 though? Once you buy this, does it disappear or what happens to it? Let's try it.
Yeah, it
I don't know.
disappears once you buy.
It just
I've
goes,
never bought it.
it just goes X PM and you don't get it again? The cheapest thing in here.
No, it just goes.
50. I'm gonna buy some
Goes
cooking
on.
sticks. Let's just waste
You
some
can
money.
get it once.
All right, cooking sticks. Confirm your purchase. 116 gold for 2 of them. Yeah, sold out. When do they come back? How long does it take?
Tomorrow.
5 hours, 2 minutes is what it's saying. But I wonder if that counts for your, like I think there should be feed in here all the time. Like we should be able to buy stuff. Like somebody was saying in chat earlier that when they get stuck in the game and they can't progress, it's very frustrating, right? Like if they.
What happens if you refresh? Does it come back?
If I refresh what?
Kathy
You
said
have to
if
pay gems for refreshing, don't you?
Yeah, you got to spend 25 gems. So yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. If you click that, does it? Well, it resets in 5 hours. If I click that button, does that one give me another item, or does it just change all the other ones? I don't want to try it. Zynga needs to give me some free gems so I can click on things.
yeah, or just instructions.
How does it even work? Our instructions, yeah. Well, I guess if you're using that feature, like I don't know whoever clicks this. Like I mean, you can certainly like I don't know who would click that. They should. What is Crystal Schwab saying? Make the shop squares smaller so they can add more buyable items and crops. Yeah, they're not a good deal in here, but if you're short something, it makes sense to buy it, right? Like if you're really really short something, just like, but that's what co-ops.
That's some thin horns.
Those are some curvy ones, Andy.
And they're thin.
Looks like you're wearing a hat, actually, a skull cap with a horn sticking out of it.
Carly said all the items change, and Susie says they all count towards Skyrace, so totally worth it. I always buy lures because they suck to make.
Yeah. It's funny.
do.
It's funny how you find stuff in the game. Like that's the first time I don't think I've ever bought an item out of that store tab ever in my life. But yet Susie buys them probably frequently, like lures and things, because she hates making them. I mean, it's still cheaper to make them than to buy them, but like it's interesting how everybody plays a little different. It's cool that way. I mean, I don't know what the secret sauce is in this game, because we always just constantly keep playing the same events and enjoying ourselves. I mean, I don't not enjoy myself when I play Farmville 3. I enjoy every day that I play. I don't wake up in the morning and be like, oh man, I gotta play my Farmville 3 again, or this event is going, or whatever.
Oh. Susie says that withering fruit is cheaper in the shop.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good tip from Susie. Even though you only need 2 water now for the. So I have blueberries. So 3 blueberries for $168.
I don't have any withering fruit.
Okay, so 3 blueberries. What do blueberries cost? Let's see. Blueberry bush is 500 blueberries for 12. Or no, technically you only get 6, because if you don't water it, you get 6, right? You get 2 per time.
I have almonds.
You get 2 per. You get 2 per harvest when you don't water the crop, correct? On your withering crops. Correct. So, and you can do it 3 times. So 6 blueberries for $500. So you're right, it is cheaper, because that's like 3 for. This would be 3 for 250, and the store is 3 for.
How much are the almond
168. They're the most expensive, I think.
So I can get 3 almonds for 333 coins.
Yeah, because you get 6 normally. But if you water them, Andy, then you'll get double, right? So it just depends on whether you water them or not as well. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I don't know if there was any other chat regarding that last question. Hopefully there was some cool stuff. All right. How do you feel about using 5 energy to speed up the growing of baby animals?
Never do it.
Oh, I like it.
Pia, do you do it or not do it?
No, I don't.
Never do it. Never do it, or just once in a while do it?
We have a note from Ragdoll. I don't do it, says Pia.
Susie McCheese, I use their energy every time. it's so good. It's so good, this game.
Janetta says she's good with that one.
The Edix.
Kelly does it.
It's so crazy. Almost all the time,
good.
Dark Prime. It's so funny,
Kelly
guys.
says once in a while.
It's so funny because we all play the same game, and we're all basically the same people here. We're all addicted to Farmville 3, and we all kind of have a similar interest in this game, but yet we play the game totally different from each other. It's so funny that way.
Yeah, it's a strategy game. There's
That's right.
more than one
Yeah,
way
absolutely.
to skin a cat.
Yeah, I do it occasionally. I'd say every week for sure. I do it a few times a week. I generally don't do it, but I do definitely do it several times a week for myself.
so many people we talk to with the way they play the game, the things they do. I would never tell anybody they're doing it wrong. Well, except for Scott. But most cases, I would never say anybody is doing it wrong.
Not wrong. I don't think there's a wrong way, but there's a way to do it more efficiently.
There is. If you watch your farm, there is a wrong way.
But you can still do it the way that you want. I just try to make it the most affordable way to do things. Anyway, let me plant some stuff. Let me just any hoots. So how about that mechanic in general? Like, if you never do it, Andy, right? You said you never do it.
Never do what?
Never boost the babies. Boosting babies.
I probably can count the number of times in the last year that I've done it on one hand.
But Libby does boost the babies, right?
I do when it's convenient, when I need to.
Except when there's a museum event where you need to save your energy, and then you don't do it. That's kind of how.
Oh, I just play it. I don't play them.
Oh yeah, you don't play them. I typically don't spend the energy if there's an event that uses the energy. Tracy says I play all the time when we drive our kids' sports. At least an hour to get there and back. My hubby knows it's just the rule. Yeah, I do too. My wife will look over and I'll be like collecting my mulch off my farm. Yeah. Janetta boosted her babies.
You're driving.
If you're driving, that's right. I boosted babies more when I was new to the game, Janetta says. The ones that are faster, like when you breed two chickens together, how do you feel about the times being different for the babies with the different breeds? Should it be the same? Like, if you're spending 5 energy, it's always 5 energy.
Different with the different breeds. It's the different.
Yeah, so
breeds within the breed.
So a breed within a breed. So a baby, the baby Holstein cows. There's no baby that doesn't exist. The baby shorthorn cows, they take like 4 hours, and then as you go up, they add time to growing up the baby, which I don't think makes much sense to me unless the energy requirement would be more as well. But it's still always just 5 energy. At least in my farm, it's 5. Dark Prime, I think it would be nice if you could toggle the feed me icon in your pen. I don't like having that icon, so I only keep 2 pens out. Yeah, the icons, I know 100% are a problem for Zynga. Seeing all those icons all the time. So I agree with Dark Prime.
Bother me.
Well, they don't bother me either, but I mean, they would be nicer not to have must bother somebody, Pia, because
I get the homeless
Thank you.
I don't have homeless.
I think visuals are a big part of what they want to try to achieve as well. But so should they cost more for Libby? Since you use the energy on those, should they cost more to grow up a Angus cow versus a Shorthorn cow, or is it five to buy the milk and you're good to go?
Yep.
I think it should be 5 seconds, because it takes what? Is it 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 15 seconds to grow them up once you initiate the?
We gotta wait for Marie to run wherever she is.
Well, no, because she'll teleport. She'll teleport if she needs to. But I think we should have to wait. I think you should have to wait, just like And why can't you feed more than one time? Like if you're feeding a baby, if you're boosting a baby, you have to wait till that baby's done to boost another baby. Why can't you queue them? Because you can queue.
Oh yeah.
You can queue Chad. You can queue Buddy the dog. You can but you can't queue Marie. She's like, you know what? I gotta focus here, guys. I'm like shoving this milk thing in the baby animal, and I can't.
Don't bother me till I'm done.
Don't bother me till I'm done. Yeah, 5 energy. I don't know.
She thinks she is.
Why is it she's feeding the baby bottle? Can't she just throw the mom at him? Like, hey, cow, get over here.
Yeah, and how does it actually work? Like, if you feed a real baby faster, does it get older? Like where Corbin, you could just feed him major amount, and he'll be like teenager in 20 minutes from now.
Well, that's what we tell them.
That's it. The more you eat, the faster you grow.
Oh gosh.
All right. I'm not sure if there's any, if you guys think of any other ideas, just put it in chat. If it's interesting, well, I'm sure they're reading chat, but even the whole animal thing. So when a baby gets born, it wanders around, you feed it or not feed it, it grows up. So if you can think of any other features that would be kind of cool in that whole process, put it in chat and we'll talk about it. What are other ways that animals could leave the farm instead of going to the truck that nobody likes to talk about?
We've given them options. you know, roasted chicken.
Roasted chicken, yeah. Have a barbecue. Invite your friends.
Oh yes.
Wouldn't it be cool if when we visited a farm, if we could have our little
Pork ribs.
you know, have some way of knowing that somebody's visiting your farm. You know, like if you're doing your normal farm but you can see somebody else is on your farm.
Yeah, their shadow walking around like a ghost.
Yeah, their shadow. No trespassing sign on your front gate. You know, someone comes onto your farm, you can shoot them. Trespassers. Oh. You should be able to sneak onto people's farms and steal their animals, steal their chickens. Covert night missions. Night missions.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's cool, Andy. That's cool. Covert night missions. Pulled pork. They mix the milk bottle and they mix with milk bottle and feed them. Gamer Tank's here. Hey, Gamer Tank.
Hey, GT.
Ghost animals, haunted farm. Cool. You feed the milk, it just strains right through.
Yes.
On the boat.
cows.
Yeah, Embla says on the boat. Ship them out on the boat. Send them overseas. I agree. Roasted pig, Kathy. Janetta's okay with the truck taking them. I'm okay as well, Janetta, but I'm wondering what other things they could implement. Like you should be able to choose, where do you want your animals to go? Like glue factory, you're gonna get this, processing plant, you're gonna get this, retirement acreage, it's gonna cost you money. Like if you want to send these animals to another farm to grow out their years and die naturally, you should have to pay like 1,000 gold because it's gonna cost some farmer like a lot of money to do that. But I don't know. I just think more options.
You know what else they should do?
What's that, Andy?
Sell them.
Random dogs on your farm that just arrive and said, "Hey, somebody from the city decided that they wanted to bring their dog out here to live the rest of his life in happiness on a farm."
And then that's what the river is for. And you have like burlap bags with rocks so you can fill in.
No, don't you remember that story every kid told when they were a kid? Oh, no, your dog didn't die.
That's right. Took it to the farm.
So we could
that's right. Yeah. That's pretty sure that's went to the farm phrase came from. If you send a farmhand, I don't know.
What game was it?
My parents really did that.
And that's what they told you? I'm sorry, Andy. That's horrible.
Oh,
that's sad.
Well, now you know. What game was it that you had animals like, a homeless duck showed up?
A homeless duck walks down the road, tells you a joke. A duck should walk down the road, tell you a joke.
There was some game like, do you want to keep this animal or do you want to get rid of it? Maybe it was Frontierville.
Do you want to save it? That's kind of neat. Yes. Carly says you could send a farmhand to another farm in your co-op, and they show up in the other farm in the visitors queue requesting an animal.
Janetta says a duck walked into a bar.
Totally. Things should tell you jokes on the farm. That would be fun. All right. What else? What other questions I have?
Shelley wants a Farmville graveyard for all your dead
graveyard.
The pet cemetery.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like then that's the whole disease thing. You're trying to save your cow. It's got hoof and mouth disease. Oh, we talked about that, Libby, but no one liked it. I said that we should have vets and we should have sicknesses, but no one.
If there was diseases on the cows,
no one enjoyed that.
What is it? Organ trail.
Swine flu.
That's right.
Or the bird flu, or
how come we didn't have our guys with masks?
Rabies?
We should have had a mask skin. The last 2 years, people should have been wandering around the farm with masks on. I don't know. Just saying.
A random fox comes up with rabies and attacks everybody.
The skunk brought in rabies.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and you need the vet. And the vet can be look just like Libby, coming to the truck with a big farm animal. I got to call Libby the vet and have her come out. Let's talk about.
We have prairie dogs.
Yes, prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs.
This little random.
Have the bubonic plague.
Well, the thing is you should have say a chicken should wander onto your farm from another farm, probably Tracy's farm, because the whirlwinds pick them up and drop them everywhere. But if an animal all of a sudden showed up on your farm and you had to send Carlos after it to pen it up and throw it back in the pen, I think that'd be awesome. You have your farmhands could go out and collect animals. You'd have to send them on missions and click them and direct them to go and bring them back, and I don't know, sell your
other farms to see if your brand is there.
That'd be neat. Make a brand for your animals. That'd be so cool, actually, Andy. And then when you trade them, they'd know they were from. That would just be interesting to know. But
they gotta show us branding them.
Rainbow Bridge comes with the Stairway to Heaven animal. Absolutely, Susie.
Aw.
And the music as well. That'd be good. Okay, one way to get animals, guys, is to do the order board, is to fill this order board to get the animal.
Yeah.
That's the best way to get animals and coins.
At the same time. All right.
Yeah, go to the weather station, double it.
So, are the rewards worthwhile, Andy? Do you think? And people in chat are who? Let's ask the question: who does
Rewards for what?
the order board? Who?
Yeah.
Actually, the better question would be: is there anybody that doesn't do the order board? You think there's anybody out there that doesn't do it, or does
Why
everybody
would
do
you
it?
play and not do the order board?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. If you don't do the order board at all, let us know in chat. I'm assuming everybody does the order board.
At all?
Yes, they are okay. Yeah, at all. Like, don't what features of the game, Libby, do you
Wow.
never do? Is there anything in the game you don't do? Like, I don't do the boat. I haven't done the boat in months. I've went there. I send it away sometimes. It comes back, but I haven't filled the boat in months.
The museum event, and I forget the exotic animal versus.
Is it a time reason for you, Libby, for the not doing events? Is it because you can't commit to logging in every hour and a half and getting your energy and all that?
Especially for the museum. I think it's because because it goes from like 10 minutes.
Screw the boat. Sorry.
Yeah. 10 minutes to like an hour and a half to wait for something for the museum event.
Right.
Like you need 50 energies for this. Like, no, I don't got time for this.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right.
Yeah, I'll do the
Michaela
boat.
F says, don't like the boat.
Hello, Michelle. Is it Michelle or Michaela?
I'm too far away.
Michaeli? Hello.
It says Michelle.
Michelle, let us know what level you are, Michelle, and how long you've been playing and where you're from and all that cool stuff. Welcome, by the way. Yeah, Tracy says, unless it's for an event. I don't know if the events ask for the boat anymore. I haven't seen that in a while. Have you guys seen any events
Oh.
asking for the boats?
No.
I don't think it's on the current.
I didn't
seen
see
a
it on back
boat.
to school.
Yeah, haven't seen it on a while. The boat.
Well, how do you get your coins, Pia? If you don't do the boat race or the
Yeah,
board.
Pia doesn't do the board?
Yeah.
not always.
Okay. Pia, for those of you who don't
I
know,
need it for something.
Pia's been playing Farmville for
Oh.
three years now. She was the first country to get the launch, and she's been playing it since launch. And she still plays it. So, Pia, what keeps you playing Farmville 3? What is it? Us? It must be us. I think it's
No.
us. It's Andy.
Yes,
The
I'm
P-
hooked on it.
what? Sorry, what was your answer? I overtalked you and didn't hear you.
And I'm a bit hooked on it.
You're a bit hooked on it. But what is appealing to you, Pia? Is it us? Is it the people in the co-op? Is it because for Farmville
Gotta
2,
be
No,
me.
I like to do this, like the event.
the events, is it just gives you something to do every day? Like you,
Well, not this event, because I already had the
you had the animal already.
whatever it is. Yeah, animal.
So did you get the home? Just out of curiosity, did you play to get the?
I didn't do it.
You didn't do
I
anything.
didn't do the event.
Do you have the civet?
shop
Do you
or
have the
whatever.
civet home on your farm right now, Pia? From before?
No, I'm not.
So you did this, but you have the animal. You said, right?
Yeah. No, I didn't do the event. I didn't do the.
No, not
Yeah,
the current event.
Because I
But
already
when
got
you
the animal. I'm not doing it.
when you won this animal in the past, did you get the habitat for it too?
I think so. Yeah.
Is that what you were
Civet.
trying to ask?
Yeah, that's what
Doc?
I was trying to ask. Yeah, the civet home. Do you have already? I know that you have the civet, Pia, but do you
Yeah, I
have
already
the
got
civet
that.
home? And I'm wondering.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if Pia could get 2 civet homes. I wonder if she did the event.
I don't know. If I didn't do it.
Sorry, Andy, what were you saying?
Pepper's here, and she says that's why she hasn't played this game much, because there's nobody to play with. Yeah, I
Oh.
think they really need to improve the co-op chat. It takes so
Yes.
long, and people just don't use it like they used to use it on Country Escape.
Yeah.
So, Pepper, what types of things do you want to be able to do with other people? What would be cool? What would keep you engaged? Like, I'm trying to think. So, well, the versus button, the versus game, which nobody has anymore, but the versus button kind of did put you against another person, but you didn't have to interact with them. It's just all random. So that's not really going to work.
There's no skill whatsoever.
So-
It was just
So I think we need events like, I don't know, even in co-op chat, guys. Like I'm pretty like I'm I'm about 50 to 60% where I'll receive something from some of you guys. Say I put something up to request. I request sugar. I've requested a lot of sugar during this event, and I'll put it up, and I'll instantly get somebody puts it. Somebody feeds or gives me one, and I pick it up. And I'm about 60% of the time I'll go into chat and I'll thank them, which I should do more. I apologize.
Yeah.
But if it's the next day, like I do it in the middle of the afternoon, I don't log on till the morning, and I don't put thank you or anything. I just collect these things. So, but do people actually go in and back scroll the chat and read everything? I've done it occasionally to look what you guys are talking about me sometimes, but
usually don't.
Yeah. Pepper, what do you think? How can we make it so that there's things to do with the other players of the game, not just Pepper? Anybody out there? Is there any way we could use the animals specifically to put our animals or do something with them? That's what I was saying. If you could send an animal to another farm, like if I sent like Libby like 4 cows, and then Libby had to deal with the 4 cows that I sent to her, like by clipping their toenails or something, and then sending them back to me with their toenails clipped, and then we get some rewarded somehow. But we're working together and doing something. You could use that any animals.
Like make it a prized animal.
So if I want to evolve my animal and I don't have a specific type, I have a shorthorn cow. I need another shorthorn cow. I can go to Libby's farm and round one up or wrestle one up, and I don't know, like Michelle F. Jensen Beach.
That's where she's from.
Ah, that's where she's from. That's a place. I thought that's like an area of the farm. We need a place called Jensen's Beach. Yeah, Shelly Barron says trade for another animal. Oh, the chat is really challenging. I don't know why they don't fix the chat. Pepper.
Yeah.
It needs improvement.
We need a Discord, Pepper says. Yeah, one more app to chat on though, Pepper, for me it's just I'm like, I know that Discord is really good for messages and stuff and talking, but
but then you have to have multiple devices.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I just think they need to make it so that there's something in chat that's broken right now, and I don't know if it's the size of it. Because I tell you, sometimes at night I can't even read my phone, my screen. I have to like rub my eyes and get up and like walk around the house for 10 minutes.
It takes so long to load too.
Yeah, chat does take
And it's not. If a new message comes up, you have to go out of it and come back in to see that new message.
Yeah. Right. But Pepper, I agree with you, but I'm thinking it could be built into the game. Pepper, instead of having another device or another app on your phone to communicate. We already do that with Facebook. We have Facebook Messenger, and sometimes it blows up with non-Farmville stuff. But I think in-game, we need to have a better chat system in-game, like Discord, but basically built into the game, so that we're actually and I think that won't happen unless there's more things to do with the co-op members. Like when you're cloning on Farmville 2, it's super interactive. The whole co-op's there. You're waiting for people to post. You're seeing them, you're interacting. While you're waiting, people are telling jokes. There's a whole big conversation. Like I mentioned the other day, I said if I had to write down the names of our people in our co-op, I would certainly fail. Like I know most of you guys on chat, or like a lot of you are in our co-op, but the problem is that I don't use the co-op chat enough and interact with you enough in game to make to make lasting memories, which I did have in Farmville 2, which I don't have in Farmville 3. I mean, I'm here each week with you guys, and I love that so much, and I have names for all of you that repeat to come back, and I love seeing you in chat, and we have this great time. And I could tell you in my live stream who's here, but I can't tell you on my co-op. Like, sometimes I go through a co-op and I'll be like, I didn't even know they were in the co-op. What? And I was just like crazy. Yeah. But anyway, Pepper said, "But anyone interested in staying connected in Discord, I wouldn't mind setting up the server if you want." I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Put up a lot of work into setting up the Discord.
Pepper, let me talk to you after on Messenger, and then we can talk about. Yeah. Okay, we have hashed this out for a long time now. Next Saturday, I think I can stream next Saturday. I do have a commitment during the day until about 5 o'clock my time. So I think I can stream around the same time next Saturday. And it's all going to be talking about leveling up is the topic. We might add another topic. We spent 2 hours basically on this tonight going through stuff. Crystal Schwab, sorry Silver, didn't mean you just had to put one in co-op chat. probably should read the chat later. So the next feedback stream will be on leveling up. We might not do 2 hours. Like, I don't know if this is kind of crazy for Andy. Are you okay hanging out 2 hours on a Saturday, Andy? For
I'm all right.
okay, I guess if you can't come like Diana, then you just can't come, which is fine too.
I ran out of cows with big horns, though.
Janetta says that her co-op uses Discord. Great way to communicate. Yeah, it is that's what Discord is. It's just a communications platform. They don't do anything else on it, as far as I know.
Well, like I always say, Farmville 3 is meant for making money.
Well, all
Not really
all the Farmvilles are making ferment money. Like all computer games.
Oh yeah, it just happens to be like Farmville 3 or Farmville 2 is just a lot better with communication.
Yeah, and it's funny because they're owned by the same company and they've developed in the same studios and they have the same kind of thing, yet they can't seem to figure out. But I think the whole Farmville 2 co-op.
Wait a second. Are we playing the Hangman game?
Not tonight. Janetta with a J.
Janetta would like a J.
J. Is there any J's,
Oh.
Libby? Libby's gonna pop a J up.
No.
No J's.
find a
You have
J.
to spin.
No J. Yeah. So leveling up. We're gonna talk about if you're happy with your progress in the game. If you look forward to new expansion, unlocking new areas, factories, land expansions, and on land expansions, we want to know why you unlock them. To get more space, to get more homes, for any other reason. How do you feel? Do you feel you get enough time to understand each system before the new one unlocks? So we're going to talk about your level progression in whatever level you are now from when you were level 1, how that process worked, how it could have been better for you, or if it was perfect, because obviously you're still here and you didn't leave the game. But yes, Janetta says Discord allows you to set up different topics, so you can have separate posts or feeds that everybody can comment under. It's a highly organized app for the people that, if you want to try, if you're having trouble with your co-op and communicating with Facebook, certainly Discord is an awesome option. Anyway, well, folks, I think we're gonna call it an evening in a few minutes here. Ooh, Andy is upside down now, apparently. he's rotating.
I'll hold you in. Oh, wait.
Push it up, handstand. I want to thank everybody so much for coming tonight and putting all their cool ideas in chat. Nobody called me tonight, or my phones aren't working. I'm not sure. I did get a call last night from area code 707, or Thursday rather, at 11 o'clock at night. Area code 707. I'm not sure who that is. It's probably Silver Horse Fairchild again. As someone said in chat, don't beat a silver horse.
Yeah.
All right, Andy. So you guys can start saying good nights in chats. Unless there's something else.
Somebody already did. Seegene said good night.
Seegene! Good night, Seegene.
Seegene.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, Seegene.
California.
Good night from Kathy. Pepper says good night, as well as Dark Prime.
Good night, Dark Prime. I wonder if Dark Prime's one of the Dark Sisters. Dark Prime.
Daryl says good night. She's going to grow some hazelnuts.
Ooh, hazelnuts. I'm almost finished my event. Man, I think I could be done. Let me see.
A lovely good night
can I get
from
some
Kel
hazelnuts?
Good night,
and
Kel.
Carly.
Good night, Carly Z.
Pumpkin Baby.
Pumpkin Baby.
Mrs. Dark Fairy. Melinda, you've been quiet tonight.
Melinda's
Tracy
been
says
quiet.
good night,
It's okay.
as well as Melinda.
Good night, Melinda. Good night, Tracy.
Ragdoll
It's
says
Saturday.
good night.
Ragdoll. Good night, Ragdoll.
Still reading that funny. Michelle says night. Embla says good night.
Good night, Embla.
As well as Miss Castins.
Good night, Pat. Have a good evening.
And Crystal Schwab. Good night, farm friends. Hugs for everyone. Stay safe. See you all next time.
Good night, Crystal.
Mhm.
Shelly.
Shelley.
Good night. Lots
That
of
was
that.
like 2 hours.
2 hours. It went by fast. It went by really fast. I was like, I looked at the time a few minutes ago. I'm like, it's been like an hour. I'm like, what? 2 hours? Woo! Time flies when you're having fun. Although I sucked on my event production in 2 hours. It's a good thing I don't stream while I play every time. Otherwise, I get nothing done. But anyway. Alrighty. Good night. Good night, everybody. Who wants to start with their good nights first? Libby, you want to start first since you got here late?
Sure. Oh yeah. I usually get here late normally. No, just kidding. Good night, everyone. See you guys on Wednesday. Get some rest. Have a nice, relaxing day tomorrow. Pia, it'll be Monday for you, so I'm sorry.
No, today's Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, it's Sunday for Pia.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's hard for Pia. She's a day ahead of us. So
Tomorrow, that's what she said. Tomorrow will be Monday for you.
yeah.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right, Pia, take it away.
Good seeing you all. I won't be here next week because I got work. Take care. Till next time.
Beautiful. Andy, you're with your photos
Good night,
in the
everyone. I feel like I've hung around with you guys all week. Loving it. Good to hang out with you. So I gotta wait until Wednesday to see all my friends again. Well, good night, everyone, and as usual, we are very sorry.
Nice. You'll see them on the farm, some of them anyways, Andy. On chat. Anyway. Not gotta wait a whole week.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you so much for joining. Zynga, thanks so much for asking us to do this. I kind of like taking a topic and focusing on it for a kind of a longer time. On our regular live streams are kind of structured and we go through it kind of the same pace, and we don't have a lot of time to talk about this, so this gives us a lot of time to break down things, and we'll continue on until we don't. And Zynga, thanks so much for providing gems. Oh, interesting development. So when they sent Alan gems from 2 live streams ago, we gave away 200 gems Zynga gave away 200 gems to one lucky person, Alan. They added it to Alan's farm. He just logged in one day, logged in the next day. He had 200 more gems, I believe, or 100, or whatever we gave away. I can't remember what Alan got. It was 100. It was 100. Then last week, when we gave the contest winner person, Dedicate E winner, their prize, it showed up in their mailbox. So that was cool. So we didn't have to guess because a little envelope popped up, and it said, "Here's your gems," and 200 gems. Next week on Wednesday, guys, we're giving away 250 gems. Zynga is giving us one person will win 250 gems next week. If you've never been on a stream before, you want to watch the last live stream, which was last Wednesday's live stream. There's a task in there that you can do to start off with 2 points, and the person with the highest points wins the live stream, wins the gems, and so you can have a little advantage by doing the task from the last live stream. Anyways, everyone, I want to thank you so much. I do appreciate all of you guys. It feels like a club to me. It feels like we have like this small group of 40, 50 people every week that hang out together and have fun. We talk, we chat, we support each other, and I couldn't be more happy about that. I love the emails that I get. I love that I'm able to reply with words of encouragement and support when I need to, and you guys have done the same back to me, so I really appreciate that. God bless and good night, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.